The one thing most Twins fans wanted to see happen this offseason is going down. Byron Buxton is staying put. The Twins are signing Byron Buxton to an extension. This is bigger than Byron Buxton for the Minnesota Twins. And I understand there's, certain parts of the fan, not everybody's always going to agree, but almost universally every Twins fan wanted this to happen. For the sliver of those who were kind of pro-trade Buxton, there was some legitimate value in potentially doing that. However, this was a guy with 1 year of team control left. You were only trading 1 year of Byron Buxton. Keep that in mind for anybody who didn't want to see this happen. The potential returns in a trade were not going to be impressive. And you certainly don't want to let a guy like that go for nothing. But again, this is layers upon layers of positivity in my mind for this. And it really is bigger than Byron Buxton. This is the Minnesota Twins finally retaining another star player that was homegrown. They did it with Mauer. Now they've done it with Byron Buxton. And this is what we want to see. It's so difficult to get top tier talent to add those kind of pieces from the outside, when they get into free agency, things like that. So when you have those type of guys in-house, you can't let them go. You can't, and we just saw Jose Barrios get traded. Not every situation is going to be the same, but to have that happen and then to have Byron go, and it just would have been a really blow, and it really would have fed into those feelings of, what are we doing here? If we can't retain any of the guys we produce out of the system, what is even the hope for the future? How is this team going to be competitive in any way? If you can't get the guys you draft and develop to stick around, it almost seems hopeless at that point. So that's why I say this is bigger than Byron Buxton. But this is always also going to help the Twins in free agency, believe it or not. Free agents pay attention to this kind of stuff, okay? And when you have Byron Buxton under contract for multiple years going forward, and he's a guy that you've hung your hat on, and you're saying, hey, we are in it to win it. We are keeping guys, we're investing in this ball club. We want to compete. We expect to be good, is what this kind of signals out to the rest of kind of agents, players, or the rest of the league. So this is absolutely going to help them. You don't think any free agents were looking at the Twins and thinking, they just traded Jose Barrios. Byron Buxton's only got 1 year. I don't know what they're doing over there. Absolutely, that was the case. There was some uncertainty revolving this franchise and how it looked from the outside looking in. This extension clears up so much of that. And I'm sure the complete details are going to be coming through. There might be some incentives and things like that, but the early reports are 7-year, $100 million contract. And the only sort of tweak in this that's being reported at this point is a full no-trade clause. So that is an absolute steal, in my opinion, for a guy like Byron Buxton. That's an average annual value of about $14.25 million, $14.3 million. That's, if you're looking at the prices that guys are going these days, that's an absolute steal for a guy like Byron Buxton. You think about what he can do, just the player type that he is. There are not that many true center fielders in baseball these days, true major league center fielders. That's difficult enough to find as it is. But you have a guy that has an offensive upside of being a legit league MVP. Obviously, the missed time is a concern. The injuries, the injury history, you can't see the future. He may be more likely to be injured than most players, but that doesn't mean you're only going to get 50 games out of him every year. And if he stays healthy, that he has absolute true MVP upside. And furthermore, that's not the kind of money that's going to completely handcuff this team if things don't go well. Let's pretend like what we've seen from Byron is what we see in the future, and he just never really puts together a full season. Under $15 million is not going to cripple the Twins. It's not going to prevent them from building out full rosters. Absolutely there is a potential for this to look bad, as with any deal. We can't see the future, but to me, there is so much more upside in this deal than there is potential downside. And again, more than anything, it just feels good to see the Twins invest in a guy. And I don't think this is in some kind of exorbitant investment for them. I don't think they overpaid at all. I really don't. The years is certainly, 7 years. I'm sure that's more than the Twins probably felt comfortable with. I'm sure that extended them a bit. But again, the less than $15 million average annual value. I mean, you just paid Andrelton Simmons $10 million last year. I'm kind of getting these through as I'm recording this, because I wanted to get very kind of raw first reaction. But there are incentive MVP bonuses. So the thing with those is, if he's winning MVPs, you are very pleased to be paying those out. That's perfectly fine. Giving him some bonus for winning MVPs, you're not going to be sweating that. And then he's got up to $2.5 million a year in plate appearance bonuses too. So I think, it is going to be some time before we get the full details of all of these incentive bonuses. But still, I think this is something you do happily, as the Twins. The more he's out there, the more valuable he is. Of course, completely fine with paying out incentives. Again, like with the MVP. If he's winning MVPs, yeah, you're going to be cool with paying a few extra $1 million that year if he's winning an MVP. It's probably going to be worth close to $40 million that season if he's winning MVPs. So no sweat. Maybe the best way for me to put this is if I were to hear that Byron Buxton wanted a 7-year, $100 million contract guaranteed, and the Twins didn't do that and they traded him away, I would have been pissed. I'd have been fucking pissed if they did not do that deal. So I'm relieved. I think this is team friendly, if anything. Of course, time will tell how things work out. But if you're the Minnesota Twins, you do this deal 99 times out of 100. Byron Buxton, on his perspective, it's guaranteed money. That's a guaranteed fortune he has now. And there's a lot of ways his career could turn out and that things could go. And it's clear that he's happy here and he wants to be here. If he did not want to be here, he would not be signing this contract. Again, he would be betting on himself in 2021 and then hitting the free agent market and see what happens. And to his credit, he had every right to want to get out of here. The Twins manipulated his service time. He was healthy in September when rosters were expanded. There was absolutely no reason why they had to do that. They kept him off the roster to manipulate his service time to get this final year. Thank goodness that there was no hard feelings, apparently. There was water under the bridge at this point. And, they can move forward. And Byron, now all Byron has to do is play ball now. He doesn't have to worry about this crap. He doesn't have to, put that extra pressure on him having a huge year in his contract year. No, he's just got to go play ball. He's got to take care of himself, take care of business now. This is a great day in Twins history. And again, it's bigger than Byron Buxton.